All right, good afternoon, and
Uh,
welcome to this week's edition of Nigerian Exchange Weekly. And again, we have Mr. Aroma Kabira, Managing Director, CEO of Global View Capital Limited, CMO, Capital Market Operator, Nigerian Exchange Group, and SEC regulated. Okay,
Thank you,
welcome again,
Osama.
sir. Thank
Thank
you
you
very
very
much
much.
thank you for always showing up to help investors understand market dynamics and market trends.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. So today is Friday, sir, and we want to quickly go over the activity of the market in the current week. We know there have been the market is always full of surprises, like brokers used to say. The market has a mind of its own,
Surely.
kind of thing. So, sir, like in our trend, I have a few questions, and I would just like us to go through it. Today, the first question I have, sir, is how did the market perform this week, sir? And what are the current offers, rights, and new listings just for the purpose of bringing investors to the awareness of the opportunities in the market?
One of the things that I know about the market is that is why the graph of the market is never straight, it's zigzag. For every investor that is coming to the market that is investment savvy must have a point of entry and a point of exit. And most people that are disciplined to their trade will begin to exit when their threshold of increase is being met. So that is why you have the market will be high one day, maybe the next day you see the market coming down because a lot of people are locking in their profit. And that was what we actually saw this week. We saw most of stocks that were people were taking profit on and the renewed buy interest in others. So the market was mixed, but I believe as we speak, I'm sure that the market uh, week to date will actually not be positive. But when we talk about offers in the market, we have seen most of this right issue and public offer closing. I think the one that is currently on board, I think is Chapio, a public offer. And we just saw that TIP offer, a combined offer and a right just closed for January. And for listing, the one that is mainly on board now is the Dixie's Agro Allied PLC that was listed, I think, on Wednesday. It has traded 3 days today, and it's so hot, and that is the new kingdom block that every investor is looking out for, including yours sincerely.
Hmm. All right, thank you, sir. So you mentioned Zichis, right?
Yes.
Sorry, sir, is it Zikis now or
But
Zichis?
I think it depends on how whether you call it, you see it, whether you call it ditches or ditches. I think you are
All
right.
right, all right, thanks, sir. Okay, so that's the new,
The new kid on the
yeah,
block.
exactly, kind of thing. Okay, so the second question I have, sir, is 2025 full year unaudited results are being released. And what have you observed about the recently released results?
I think what we have seen so far is not that too bad. We've saw that of IAI, we've seen that of Unilever. I think it's just telling us that the good things are coming. It is a common saying in my village that by the time you begin to say eclipse, you know that the market is behind the corner. This is January. We've started seeing. The early birds. And I know that from what we have seen in their results, it seems that 2025 full year for this time around will be a very good outing. More so that we have seen their quarter three, what we've seen majorly quarter three, and I believe that we can decipher that the quarter four, if there are some companies, even if they have a loss in their quarter three, their 2025 will still be very good.
Thank you, sir. So the third one I have here, sir, has to do with the insurance industry. Mutual benefits insurance, the chairman, Mr. Akinade Ogunbi, we observed he reduced his stake in the company. Now, sorry, from your, awareness or experience in the market, sir, what does that mean for how should investors interpret that kind of action? And for the insurance industry, what does that mean if anything should be interpreted from that action?
What I do recommend is that when there is a news like this, you go behind it. The first question is that what is his holding what? Or what is his correct holding? From the correct holding is holding 1.1 billion units of benefit. And what did he sell? 850,000. That is 0.08% of his holding. And let me tell you, we used to say invest for the rainy days. If you now invest and it's not rainy, what do you do? So he would have sold for personal reason. Chances are that he want to divest. It doesn't matter because he's the chairman of Benefit that he cannot sell part of his holding and position in another stock, because I think we heard recently that in this recapitalization that Benefit are ready to meet it. So selling 850,000 units from 1.1 billion, I don't think it has anything to do with why an investor should be worried. 0.08%. So he's still keeping almost 99% of his holding. So as far as I'm concerned, chances are maybe because I'm well informed, maybe other people can panic. Why is Chairman selling his position? But the question is that when you hear a news, why don't you go behind it and find out what exactly is the news? 850,000 from 1.1 billion unit, to me, I don't think it can cause panic.
It's like a drop of water in the mighty ocean,
Yeah.
kind of thing. All right, sir. Thanks. One more thing. I think I'll be shifting a little and then going back to what you said previously. You mentioned Zichis, that new kid on the block. Now, could you help us understand a little more about Zichis, their business, and potentials, and the governance, that's present. What are the opportunities there? Or what are the focus? What should be the focus of investors concerning a new listing like this?
Now, let me tell you, in on the floor of the Nigeria Stock Exchange, the investors always want to have a pair to any company that is in existence, that is listed. DCHS is listing on the growth board. We have MC Nicole on that global board. They are in different business. But DCHS is a business that's related to that of livestock, because they are into piggery, they are into oil palm production. You see, one, they will be liking DCHS to Okomu and Presco on one hand, and liking DCHS to livestock on one hand. But the only thing I've seen in it is that they came in with a price that was cheap as at the time they were listed, 1 naira 81 kobo. As far as the market was concerned, that was a very cheap price. In fact, even when at 5 naira, I still believe that the market will believe that the price is cheap. But like what we've seen is what we normally see in most of the listings. On the day of listing, 68 million or 69 million were traded, but it didn't get to people on the queue. And yesterday, about that same figure was traded. It didn't get to the people on the queue. Today, about 48 million were traded. And by special grace of God, yours sincerely was number one. I did not get a unit. It tells you that every person every investor on the floor now is looking for the stock of dishes to buy. Why did I say so? The whole outstanding unit of dishes is 600 million. But yesterday, the outstanding bid was 748 million. What came to my mind that does the market want to buy the owners out of their business? If the owners have to sell 748, the outstanding is never up to 740. Peradventure that they can make 600, and you try to sell them out. And why is it that, like I said, the kind of business they are into, the market believes in it so much, and the price, the market also believe that the price was right, and the market want to reprice it. I believe that the market is driving that may drive that price to 5 naira. What I will tell investors is that for those that are trading remotely, especially from G Trade like our G Trade that cannot queue between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, they can't get it because even those of us that can enter at 9:30 will not be able to get it for 3 days running. So well, we keep on looking for it. Set your goal. Now we are looking at entry points. Now set your goal. If that price got to 5 naira, will you still be interested? But the price will still be good. Why? For those that want the lock all. It's only those that want to do this run of play. Want to buy one into 1 naira and sell at 5 naira that should be worried. But if you are for the lock all, that stock is going places.
All right, thanks, sir. So there's a whole lot you have just mentioned there, but I think for the sake of our time, because I know we have a 15 minutes cap, for the sake of our time, I will not ask more questions, but I know people would have more questions. But if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section, and then perhaps we'll consider your question in the next episodes, and probably attend to it. Okay, sorry, sir. I have another question here. Apart from the financial sector, what other sectors can one, as a retail investor, be looking at in the market for the long term? For the long term, for those trying to build wealth.
If you look at 2025, you should know the drivers, the sector that actually drove it. Now, if I should recommend, we have the oil and gas, we have the consumer, we have the insurance. So, apart from the banking, yes, the banking has actually been able to hold the market firmly, but the bigger contribution now is coming from the oil and gas, and they're coming from the likes of NASCON, coming from the likes of Dangote, coming from consumer goods like the Nigeria Breeze, the Guinness. And again, the IT, the CWG of this world are the interests that are beginning to show forth to tell the market that we are here. Maybe because of the contracts that they pick here and there. So our market has matured. I remember in 2005, the highest that the market hit was 68,000 points. Now the market is about 160,000 points. So the market has matured. So it's not only, though the banking are still there, but it's not only the banking that is holding the market now. A number of stocks have crossed that 1 trillion mark, like the BOA. The Dangote cement, they have crossed that 1 trillion. At a particular point in time, we have about 4 or 5 stock worth over 1 trillion. But now we have 22. So wow. The market is matured. So it's not only the banking sector that holds sway in the market as we speak.
All right, sir. Thank you for that, sir. So the next question I would ask would be a little bit divergent from what I have, which is, I would like you to say it's at top of your mind. I know you are a veteran in the market. What is the checklist of the factors that investors should look at when trying to analyze a stock for, a good entry point?
We have said it before, fundamental.
Yes, like a checklist.
And the result. 2025 quarter 4 or a full year is about to be released. Some have been released. Sit down, look at their turnover.
Turnover, okay.
Now, is there a growth? If there is a growth, it means that they are getting more market share. Then you look at the profit before tax.
Okay.
Is there a growth?
Profit before tax?
If there is growth, it means that they are able to manage their incidental costs while the year was running. Then profit after tax. How much tax will they pay? Then look at the way you now relate they look at their earnings per share.
Okay, earnings.
They have been able to make so much. If peradventure this company want to pay out the whole earnings as dividend to their shareholder, how much would what share be entitled to? Because most companies pay out from their earning per share, a percentage of earning per share. Then you look at the PE ratio, price earnings ratio. You are relating the price and the earnings. What does that one tell you? It tells you that how much naira are you paying for the earnings of the company. It also highlights if you take position in a stock, if a parameter that PE ratio is 4, it's just telling you that if the company continue to make that constant earnings, how many, and they pay it out as dividend, how many years are you going to wait before you recoup all your investment? It tells you that it's 4. The earnings yield. Earnings yield is also related the earnings to the price. And I've always told people any seed that is 15% and above, that is fantastic.
That's good enough. All right. Thank you very much. Sir. That's a very good one. Just capturing the checklist of how investors can analyze the stock for opportunity. So sorry, sir, our time is up. We've hit the 15-minute mark. I have other questions, and I think I'll just postpone it for the next episode. So if you have any further questions, just drop it in the comment section below. Thank you very much, Mr. Arima Kebira, Managing Director of Global View Capital. You mentioned briefly, you said your company have G Trade platform. Okay.
Yeah, this trade platform is a very robust platform that our client can trade by themselves and remotely. Sometimes, even if you don't want to trade, it's a platform where you can view your portfolio and you see it change real time online. You can download contract note for yourself. You can view your balance. You can go to your cash flow and know how much that you have as per time. Then the information that is hitting my machine will also hit you. You see all the information in the market. Peradventure, you are interested in assets. I want to know how assets is traded. There is a monitor. When you find assets and you click on it, the system will show you the bid and the offer for assets for that day. It's a real-time online platform where you can monitor your portfolio. You see your portfolio valuation, the unit price, the number of unit, the total cost, and the price,
Okay.
and whether unrealized gain or realized loss.
All right. So you can monitor your investment yourself.
Anywhere there is network.
All right.
I believe if you go to Mars and there's network, you'll be able to view.
Wow, that's interesting. Well, thank you very much, sir. I think people can get more information from the website of Global View Capital. That's Global View
www.globalviewng.com.
That's
globalviewng.com.
GLOBALVIEWNG.com. All right. Thank you very much, sir. All right, so this is how much we'll be able to capture for today on this episode. Till we come your way again next week, same time. Continue to invest for the rainy day.
Thank you for having me, Osoban.